Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 29th of June, 2022. And on the table here, we're looking at Time War, a game of time travel and conflict. It is a Yaquinto game from 1979. And it's not one of the album games, it's one of the bigger box games. And anybody that knows me knows I love the idea of time travel and warfare, right? I thought that the game Time Tripper is still one of my top 5 games from SBI and Jim Dunnigan. Just love that game. And so here we got Time War. Let's look at it. Let's get into it. Let's read the blurb here. A game of time travel and conflict. You got components. Complexity level 3, and Yaquinto's level. It's fairly complex. And let's read the blurb down here. We don't need to go. Well, look at the scale first. Scale. Units represent individual agents or teams. The map board is divided into abstracted historical time zones. 2 to 4 players, 1 to 2 hours. Oh, that ain't too long. Time War is an exciting, new tactical level game that begins in the future. A future where governments, using their ability to send men and equipment into time, fight their wars and vie for power in the past. Highly evolved computers predict the John Bar junctions, critical moments in history, and what actions can be taken by the time forces to create a favorable change in the power balance of their own time. Time War allows each player to assume the role of the time magistrate and control the time forces of a government, operating from a floor plan of time control building. Players must allocate funds to various areas of research and development, improving equipment, the training of members of the time forces, sentinels, wardens, agents, and action teams, and hiring of technicians of the enormous energy cost of moving people and equipment in and out of the past. All right, that's kind of cool. While the technical level of the chrono computer and the time projector affect the accuracy of moving personnel and altering history, the training level of the individual force members often spells the difference between success and failure. Now, there it is. All right, let's a little dusty. I bought it at a good price. I can deal with a little dust. Let's look at it here, okay? Open it up. Wow. That's old school Yaquinto advertisement. Yeah, advertisements. Yaquinto Publications unveiled an exciting new era of wargaming at Origin 79. Now that's the wraps. You are officially off. It's your move. Wow, cool. You're officially off. It's your move. All right, Ultimatum. I got a copy of Ultimatum. I probably should do a review. It's been a while since I played it. Probably should do a review of it. You know, I find some people with Yaquinto games, they're either, some people really dislike them, or some people, very few in between people say, it's all right. They usually got an opinion on the old Yaquinto games. This is the old advertisements here. The Beast Lord, Ultimatum. Ironclad. I never played Ironclad or Stall 4 or Beast Lord for that matter. Time War. All right. Cool. I always like looking at that stuff right there. Just always like that. There's Dallas, Texas. You know. All right. So, and this appears to be the map. Let's take the map out and get a good look at the map here. Well, go. Yeah, absolutely true. It is highly abstracted. I can tell that just by looking at it. So here we got, absolutely, ready for a 4-player game. You got red, green, yellow, and blue. Man, that thing needs to almost be pinned there to hold together. There's the map. Not sure. I guess this is the time forward and backward, right? I'm assuming. I don't know. You know what you do when you assume. Here's the rule book. We'll look at that in a moment. What are these? I'm assuming blinds, all right? Counters. Look at these counters. Okay, counters. Oh, they look like counters from 1979. A lot of these, well, there's some coming out of the sprue right now, right? But a lot of these from like back then, you'll see the sprue starts bending up and they start bending up. So, but there's the counters. Look, I'm assuming functional. So, cool. Cool. Oh, cards? Is that what we're looking at here? Wow, it's not even. Not unpunched. The cards aren't. Yeah, cards haven't been. Huh. Remember, I used to do cards that way because, before things started getting real popular and before Magic the Gathering happened, a lot of people did. That's why they did cards. Oh, play aids. These may be more interesting to look at than the rule book. Be honest with you. Control spread, control alteration, the alteration table. I'll say they're tables. They're tables. Same thing. Yeah, they're play aids. Is there just 2 of them? I mean, that's fine. And we got a pad game move. Wow. So I'm not sure. Are we making program movements? What are we doing here? Don't know. And counter tray and a couple of dice. I'll take the counter tray. Counter tray, man. All kinds of bad stuff can happen when you sort, but it's okay to sort it out in as you play, right? So let's look at the book. How big is the book? A historical narrative, okay. How big is the book here? So we're looking at 16 pages. Not too bad. Introduction, game components, explanation of the game board. Yeah, it's different ages, you see. A interplanetary age. B, you've got the free energy age. Wow, we wish that was true right now. The space age and C. Cool. Okay, that seems right. All right, y'all. Let's see here. Counters. We're talking about some counters. Basic game sequence of play. Whew. That's why it's 16 pages. Look how small that font is. Time more is played in game moves. Portions of the game move are simultaneous. Portions of the game move are simultaneous. So we are having simultaneous movement. Okay, that's what the gamepad's for. In that all players perform their task at the same time. Whew. Yeah, that gives you a, I don't know, simultaneous movement, and has always been it has been done good, but it's always been an odd thing with me. Not that I hate it or love it, either one. It's just been all right. Other portions of the game the game move are chronological in that certain things are performed or executed in a predetermined order. Each portion of a game move is called a phase. Right? When all the phases of a game move have been completed, then one game move is completed, and the players proceed to the next game move. All right. Phase 1, all players plot. Okay, so you're going to plot on you're going to plot all your movements on your logs on phase 1. Phase 2, each player reveals the log sheet. All right, reveal movement. Phase 3, all players place any and all units that are plotted to be projected. Time passed and in the holding box. Phase 4, players going one at a time, attempt. Like I said, this font's kind of small. Straining my eyes right here. What was it? It was phase 4. Players going on one at a time, attempt to execute the plotted movement of their unit counters into, around, in, and out of the past. Okay. And then phase 5 is going to be the combat. All combat in the time past is resolved. That's cool. Yeah, this is really why I like the game. Phase 4, all time alterations are attempted and resolved. All right. Phase 7, determination of game points occurs in this phase. In phase 8, all trainee advancement takes place during this phase. And phase 9, so there's 9 phases. Recruitment phase allows players to gain additional recruits. Okay, you got 9 phases of the game. Wow, man, might use a magnifying glass with that. I guess I don't. Okay, but that's the whole point of why I love this game. The idea of, time travel is a possible thing at a point in the future, some point in the future, and governments are going back in time to alter the past, right? To get an edge. And you don't think that would happen? Oh, that would happen. I guarantee it would happen. How out in the open it would be, who knew? But if it was actually possible, that would happen. I promise you, it would happen. And wow. Or at least, when I say I promise you it would happen, or at least they'd be talking about it at some level in the government, if not at all levels, right? That's just one of those things. He didn't want anybody else to, and weird things like that always interested me, just like the idea of, cruise missiles kind of was born out of the idea of the Japanese suicide, I hate to use it, maybe I shouldn't use that word, but kamikaze pilots, right? Anything weird like that, people try to get one up on. Just read, the movie's okay, but the book was much better. Just read Men That Stare at Goats, and you realize just, how deep they'll go into certain things, and they do all the time. If somebody's doing it in the military on this planet and it's known by others, they're gonna look into it as well, just in the off chance there's something to it, right? So that's why I like this idea of time more. It's just one of the dirtiest ways that you could ever think of warfare is in the past, right? To get a foothold into present. That's just cool. It's cool to me, and there it is. Time War from Yaquinto. I haven't played it. I would like to play a full 4-player game. If not, I'll play a 2-player game as soon as I can. If you've played it, let me know. It doesn't really have good ratings, but a lot of those Yaquinto games, I don't pay attention to a lot of those ratings. Because like I said, people either love them or they hate them, right? So I'm assuming that's going to be the same with this. But I love the concept. I love the idea. Sending agents in the past to fight to get a position in the future, in the present rather. That's so cool. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. And be careful out there, folks. It's a jungle. Y'all be careful. Bye-bye.